So Andy, what we're seeing right now is all the competitors have their rifle on a stand set up on the table. And from what I understand, that's known as prone shooting. How is that different from what you'd see from maybe an able-bodied shooter?
Well, able-bodied shooters in the prone position, what we would do is we would actually lay on our stomachs. We'd fully lay down, placing our elbows on the ground to actually fire the weapons down range. Whereas here in a wheelchair, it's a little bit of a modification to where they have tables that can be elevated up and down depending on the shooter's height or the height of the wheelchair itself, as well as being able to, the prone position for a wheelchair shooter is actually just elbows on the table, slightly leaning into it. And if they need some adaptive equipment, they're more than welcome to use adaptive equipment as long as it doesn't interfere with the operation of the gun itself.
All of the competitors in this event are veterans. This is being the National Veterans Wheelchair Games. So because they're veterans, you would know that all of them have had weapons training at some point in the past. How is that different then from what they might have to do for a competition like this?
Really nothing, because I mean the fundamentals of rifle marksmanship are the same, again, whether it's air gun or whether it's rifle or even shotgun for that matter. I mean, they're concentrating on sight picture, trigger squeeze, aiming, steadiness of the gun itself, and just being very steady with the weapon, be able to put the pellet down range.
Besides the air gun competition, what other shooting events can we look forward to this week?
Well, this week we have trap shooting. Trap shooting is at 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock at the Spokane Gun Club. And trap shooting is shotgun shooting, okay? We shoot clay pigeons from a trap house. And with that, there's stations, okay? There's 5 points to a trap house to where the athletes will rotate through. They'll fire 50 shots. And if an athlete hits 25 out of 50, they get to shoot an additional 50.
We just learned a little while ago, 310 competitors signed up for the air gun competitions
That's
this year.
exactly right, yep.
Is it normal to see such a high number for an event like this?
Absolutely it is. I think air guns, don't quote me on this, but I do think air guns has the highest number of participants at the National Veterans Wheelchair Games. As it's not the most popular with spectating, it is the most popular with the athletes.
Why do you think it's so popular with them?
Because it's something that they, at one time, they were doing while they were in the military. Now, granted, they're not using the same firearms that we used in the military at one time. However, it's still a rifle. They're still able to squeeze a trigger, put a round down range, and actually hit a target. And a lot of this is therapeutic too, because a lot of these veterans may not have, let's say, touched a rifle in 20, 30 years for whatever reason it might be. They come back here to air guns to find out that they can still shoot, that it's an okay thing to do. And the thing about air gun shooting is it can be done anywhere. It can be done indoors, at a hotel. It can be done at anywhere where you have a lot of room to be able to shoot and be able to move around, set up tables and targets, whatnot.
All right, Dave, I think that actually pretty much covers it. I don't know if you can hear me right now. Give me it. All right, cool. Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it.